Good afternoon to all of you. So, in the previous topic, now we discussed the solution of second and higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now, in this session, we discuss the differential equations reducible to linear differential equations with variable coefficients, with constant coefficients. So that means here, the linear differential equations with constant with variable coefficients is reduces to linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now, as per syllabus, now we have one is Cauchy's linear equation is there. Next one is Legendre's linear differential equation. These two are the linear differential, second and higher order linear differential equations with variable coefficients. These variable coefficients can be reduced to linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Now, first one is Cauchy's linear equation. So, first we learn what is the definition of the Cauchy's linear equation. So, first definition, an equation of the form x power n into nth derivative of y with respect to x plus p1 into x to the power of n minus 1 into n minus 1th derivative of y plus p2 into x to the power of n minus 2 into nth derivative of n minus 2 derivative of y, n minus 2 derivative of y plus and so on pn minus 1 into x into first order derivative with respect of y with respect to x plus pn into y is equal to q of x. In this equation, q of x is a function of x. This equation is called LD means linear differential equation with variable coefficients. This equation is also called Cauchy's linear equation. So now we have a procedure is there for solving the Cauchy's linear equation. So first step is, so equation 1 represents the Cauchy's linear equation, that is linear differential equation in variable coefficients. This can be, first we can write down this linear equation or equation 1 can be written in an operator D form. So the operator D form is x power n into d power n plus p1 into x to the power of n minus 1 into d to the power of n minus 1 plus and so on plus p suffix n minus 1 into x into d plus pn into whole into y is equal to q of x. This can be treated as equation 2. So equation 2 is nothing but an operator D form of equation 1. Next one. The equation 2 can be reduced to linear differential equation with the constant coefficients by taking the or by certain substitutions. So the following substitutions. First one is, here in this Cauchy's linear equation, y is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So this equation can be reduced to linear differential equation with constant coefficients by taking the simple substitution. Take x is equal to e power z. Take log of them on both sides. Then we get log x is equal to z. So log x is equal to z. So now differentiate this one with respect to x on both sides. Then we get log x derivative with respect to x 1 by x is equal to z derivative with respect to x is dz by dx. That implies dz by dx is equal to 1 by x. Now we can find out the value of dy by dx. So dy by dx can be written as dy by dz into dz by dx by applying chain rule. So by applying chain rule, dy by dx can be written as dy by dz into dz by dx. So that implies dy by dx is equal to dy by dz into, here already we find out dz by dx is equal to 1 by x. Here this value can be substituted here. Then that is equal to dy by dz into 1 by x. Now we are taking by cross multiplication. Then we get x into dy by dx is equal to dy by dz. So x into next one. So x into, so d by dx of y. So d by dx can be taken as an operator capital D. So x into d, here y is there in the numerator, so y. So this x, the left side value of x into dy by dx can be written as x into dy in operator form. Similarly, the right side value, that is dy by dz, also can be written in terms of operator D form. So dy by dz, that means derivative d by dz of y. So d by dz can be taken as another notation operator, that is theta into y. So from x dy into is equal to theta y, that implies x d is equal to theta, where d is the differentiation with respect to x. So theta represents the differentiation with respect to z. So this is the x d is equal to theta. Next, now d square y by dx square, second order derivative of y with respect to x value will be getting d square y by dz square minus dy by dz into 1 by x square. By cross multiplication, now we get 1 by x square can be transformed to the left side, then we get x square into d square y by dx square is equal to d square y by dz square minus d by dz. So this equation also can be written in an operator form. So the left side value is x square into d square y by dx square can be written in an differentiation operator form is d square into y is equal to, similarly the right side value d square y by dz square means theta square into y minus dy by dz, that is theta y. So now we can remove y on both sides, then we get x square d square is equal to theta square minus theta. So that implies x square d square is equal to, right side value can be written as, that is theta square minus theta can be written as theta into theta minus 1. So x square d square value is theta into theta minus 1. Similarly, we can write down third order derivative, that is x cubed d cubed is equal to theta into theta minus 1 into theta minus 2 and so on. So the remaining values also can be find out this process. So next step 3, substitute these values, that means x d value and x square d square value and x cubed d cubed value, x cubed d cubed value and so on. Substitute these values in equation 2. Then the equation 2 can be reduced to linear differential equation with constant coefficients. In this equation, y is dependent variable and z is independent variable. Why, that is here y is dependent variable and z is independent variable. Full stop. Next, this equation can be solved by the methods discussed in the previous topic. So the previous topic is the solution of second and higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Next, we will discuss this Cauchy's linear equation by taking the one problem. So the problem is, and let us the problem, solve x square d square y by dx square, x square d square y by dx square minus 4x into dy by dx plus 6y is equal to x square. This is the equation. Now we can observe that, now we can find out the solution. So now we can observe that this is the linear differential equation, that is second order linear differential equation. In the linear differential equation with variable coefficients, then it is in the form of Cauchy's linear equation form. So this is the second order linear differential equation with the variable coefficients, or that is this is equation is also called Cauchy's linear differential equation. So here now we can write down The solution is, first you can write down the operator form of first given that. So given equation is x square d square y by dx square minus 4x into dy by dx plus 6y is equal to x square. First step is this equation, Cauchy's linear equation, can be written in an differentiation operator d form. So that implies, so x square d square minus 4x into d plus 6 into y is equal to x square. This is equation number 2. Previous one can be taken as equation 1. Next we can write down the values of, so x square d square. So therefore take x d is equal to theta comma x square d square is equal to theta in theta square minus theta. Substitute these. So take x is equal to e power z. So that implies log x is equal to z. So then 1 by x is equal to dz by dx. So therefore now we take x d is equal to theta, next x square d square is equal to theta square minus theta. Here now where d is the differentiation with respect to the independent variable x. Similarly theta represents the differentiation with respect to the another independent variable z. So how to get means, now we take the substitution x is equal to e power z. So in that x equal to e power z, then we take logarithm on both sides, then we get log x is equal to z. Then differentiation on both sides with respect to x, then we get log x derivative with respect to x is 1 by x is equal to z derivative of z with respect to x is dz by dx. By taking these substitutions, now we can find out the value of x into d is equal to theta, x square d square is equal to theta square minus theta. So yes, second, because now we can find out only x square d square up to x square d square value, because the given differential equation having only second order. So substitute these values in equation 2. Substitute these values in equation 2. We get equation 2 implies here x square d square value is theta square minus theta minus 4 into 4 times of xd. Xd value is theta. So 4 theta. Next plus 6 into y is equal to here x square RHS value. So now we take x is equal to substitution is, now our substitution is x is equal to e power z. This value, so now x square value here, x can be taken as e power z. This substitution value can be substituted on the RHS of the equation 1, then we get e power z. So x is equal to e power z whole square is there. So that implies next one is, so theta square minus 4 theta minus 4 theta is minus 5 theta plus 6 into y is equal to, so it is, so RHS value is in the form of a to the power of m whole power n, that is a to the power of mn, that is e to the power of 2z. So this is the equation 3. So equation 3 is also a second order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. So this is the process. So that means the given equation is, equation 1 is the second order linear differential equation with variable coefficients. This can be converted or reduced to the another second order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. So now we can solve the equation 3. So here equation 3 is the second order linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. The solution of this second order linear differential equation with the constant coefficients can be solved by the methods discussed in the previous topic. So previous topic means second and higher order linear differential equation with the constant coefficients. The solution of the second and higher order linear differential equation with the constant coefficients is, it can be written as y is equal to complementary function CF plus particular integral Pi. This is the solution for the second and higher order linear differential equation with constant coefficients. So if you find the solution of equation 3, before that first we can find out the complementary function. So first one, to find complementary function. So CF means complementary function. So if you find a complementary function, so now you can write on the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation is f of theta is equal to 0. So f of theta means this is the function in theta. So that implies theta square minus 5 theta plus 6 is equal to 0. This is the auxiliary equation. So to solve this linear auxiliary equation, it can be converted into a variable. So take replace theta by m, comma, we get, so therefore m square minus 5m plus 6 is equal to 0. It is a second order, it is a quadratic equation. M square minus 5m plus 6 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. So the roots of this one is m is equal to 2 comma 3. So 2 comma 3 are the roots or solution of m square minus 5m plus 6 is equal to 0. So now we can observe the nature of the roots. Here the roots are 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 are the roots which are, two roots are real and distinct. If two roots are real and distinct, then the formula for the complementary function, then the formula for the complementary function CF or y suffix c is equal to, here two roots are real and distinct, complementary function C1 e to the power of m1 into independent variable z plus C2 into e to the power of m2 into independent variable z. So that implies, so complementary function y suffix c is equal to C1 into e to the power of 2z plus C2 into e to the power of 3z. So this is the complementary function for the equation 3. So similarly, now we can find out the particular integral Pi or y suffix p. The particular integral is denoted by either Pi or y suffix p. So therefore, particular integral formula is 1 by f of t. F of t means f of theta into q of z. So that is equal to 1 by f of theta, then theta square minus 5 theta plus 6 into e to the power of q of z means the RHS value of the equation 3. RHS value of equation 3 is e to the power of 2z. So that is equal to 1 by theta square minus 5 theta plus 6 can be written as 2 roots of theta minus 2 into theta minus 3 into e to the power of 2z. So now here I can observe that here e to the power of az form. So a is equal to, so here a is equal to here e to the power of az form. So e to the power of 2z is e to the power of az form. Here a is equal to is a root root of theta square minus 5 theta plus 6 is equal to 0. Then we have, if you take the substitution is put theta is equal to a, that is equal to, put theta is equal to a, that implies theta is equal to 2. Substitute theta is equal to here, theta is equal to, now we substitute in the above step, then the denominator value will become 0. Because how to get the denominator value become 0 means, here a is equal to 2 is here one of the root of the equation theta square minus 5 theta plus 6 is equal to 0. Then we have a formula for finding the pi value, that is yp is equal to, so that is equal to minus 1 whole power n into z power n by n factorial into e to the power of az. This is the formula. If f of 2 is equal to 0. So n is number of the power of the factor theta minus 2. So that is equal to minus 1 whole power n is equal to 1. N means theta minus 2 power of or degree of theta minus 2 is equal to 1. So that is equal to z power 1 by n factor means 1 factor into e to the power of 2z. So that place yp is equal to minus z into e to the power of 2z. So this is the theta minus 2. So this is the particular integral for the. Next we can find out therefore the general solution. So the general solution of equation 3 is y is equal to yc means complementary function plus yp means particular integral. So that implies y is equal to yc value, that means complementary function c1 e to the power of 2z plus c2 e to the power of 3z plus pi value is, so now pi value, so minus z into e to the power of 2z. So this is the solution of the equation 3. Now we want the solution for the given linear equation with the variable quotient. So for getting the solution, this is the solution of the equation. Equation 4 represents the solution of the equation 3. Now we want the solution of the given equation, that is equation 1. For getting the solution of the given equation, now we can substitute the z value. So z value is, now our substitution can be taken as x is equal to e power z. From that equation, that value z is equal to log x. So finally we can substitute z value is equal to log x in equation 4, which gives the general solution or solution of the given equation. So therefore the general solution of given equation is y is equal to c1 e to the power of 2z can be written as e power z whole square plus c2 into e to the power of 3z can be written as e power z whole cubed minus z into log z. So that implies here y is equal to c1 e to the power of z is equal to x square plus c2 into, so e to the power of z value is x power 3. So c1 x, so the general solution is y is equal to c1 x square plus c2 x cubed minus z is equal to, minus z is equal to log x, z value is equal to log x into log z is equal to x. So therefore finally y is equal to c1 x square plus c2 x cubed minus x into log x, which gives the general solution of the given linear differential equation with the variable coefficients. Here now finally we can write down this general solution of the given equation. So therefore the general solution of the given equation is y is equal to CF value C1 into e to the power of 2z means e to the power of z whole square minus plus C2 into e to the power of 3z means e to the power of z whole cube minus next z into e to the power of 2z is there minus z into e to the power of 2z can be written as e to the power of z whole square. So that implies y is equal to C1 into e power z value is equal to x square. So y is equal to C1 x square plus C2 into e power z whole cube means e power z is equal to x. So x cube minus next z means z value is equal to z value is log x into so e power z whole square. So e power z whole square means x square. So which gives the general solution of the Cauchy linear equation.